you would have asked for more than what you're asking for. Greater than what he does, it's who he is. Let me say that again. Greater than what he does, it's who he is. See, so often in my own life, I focus so much on what he can do for me, what I can get for him, what I can ask for from him. But it's not the fact that I can ask him for it. It's the fact of who he is, that he's able to do it. It's the fact that he owns it all, and he has all, and he's in control of all, he's over all, he knows all, he understands all. That's the reason that he is who he is. Don't get caught up.
Amen.
Don't worship the shallowness of a story. Don't get caught up in just the things that you've been told. Do you know the gift of God? Or are we missing it? Do we know the gift of God? When 5 kings were chasing after Joshua, it wasn't enough to say, I believe that he exists. I need him right now. And he came and he stopped the sun in the middle of the sky. It's not enough to just believe that Jesus Christ exists when Pharaoh's army is chasing you and the Red Sea is on your right-hand side. It's not enough just to say, I know that he's God. What is he able to do in this moment? I believe that he's able to open up the Red Sea. It's not enough just to know the story of David and Goliath, how a young boy took a smooth stone and killed a giant. That sounds great, but when you find yourself in trouble, when things are bigger than you and over your head and more than you can handle, do you believe in the gift that is right there with you? We call him Emmanuel, God with us. If you knew the gift of God and who it is, not what it is, not some magic trick, a fairy tale, no, but he is God, the one who created, the one who's over, the one who rules everything. If you knew the gift of God and who it is that is saying to you, give me a drink. I'm just looking at the fact that somebody out of order has asked me to do something that I don't want to do. I'm just looking at the fact that my expectation says this shouldn't be. My expectation says my bank account is this, my limits are here, my situation is this, and so I'm framing out what things should look like based on what I've experienced. She's saying you shouldn't even be talking to me. She's worried about the minor things, the small things, and she's missing the gift of God. And unfortunately, I don't think she's alone this morning. I think there's many of us this morning. I searched my own self this morning. Am I getting caught up in the small things? Have I laid out my own expectation of what things should look like, what things should feel like, what things should sound like? Am I caught up in my own framework? That Jesus is standing there saying, give me a drink, serve me, minister unto me, give yourself to me. And I'm saying, wait a minute. This isn't what I expected. This isn't how I like it. It's too hot, it's too cold, it's too long, it's too short. This isn't what I was thinking. Jesus said, because you don't understand who I am. You're missing the gift. You're missing the fact that I died for you on the cross. If you knew the gift of God, who it is that talks to you, you would have asked him for water instead of him asking you for water. And look what he would have done. He would have given you the supernatural. You would have asked him for a cup of water, a glass of water, a bottle of water. He would have given you living water. We have not because we haven't yet asked him. Because we don't yet believe in who Jesus is. In the fullness, in relationship, we're missing him because we're looking at the story and forgetting the man and who he is, that he himself is the God-man, the one who looked over all creation and said, there's no one else I can send. I'll go myself. Don't tell me about born in a manger. Tell me about God becoming a man, humiliating himself so that I can have a life, so that I can live, so that I can find strength, that I can find salvation in him. Tell me about Jesus.